What is one thing that you can think of that keeps you from doing something that would change your life? Whatever your answer is, the root cause is fear.
Let's be revolutionary. Yeah, we can be so much more. Let's be more than ordinary.
I wanted to talk about a subject that many of us avoid when just chatting with friends or family, and that is the topic of fear. With all of the wild things that have recently been presented in our world, whether it be coming out of COVID and the fear of whether it's really diminishing, is it going to come back? Or the seemingly never-ending violence that is affecting more and more communities and families, or an election that may have yet to have many people figure out that it's over and that we must move forward. There is a lot of fear going on, and they are fears that are unfamiliar to most of us, which can present even one more fear, the fear of how to process this fear. The one thing that I know about fear is that it tends to get way overplayed. Often we're afraid of what we make up in our minds might happen. For example, maybe you want to plan a camping trip, but you have never camped. You tell your friends and family and they immediately throw back at you, "Oh, I do not think that is a good idea. You should really think about that. You know, there's bears out there, really big ones. You know, a friend of mine heard about a bear attack. You have your bear spray, right? Okay, well, when this happens, our brains go crazy. And all of a sudden, we are fearing the entire bear family savagely attacking us and taking us back to their bear den to show off to all of their bear friends. What we have forgotten is the reason we wanted to go camping in the first place, for the beauty, the fishing, the tranquility. We know that anything new or unknown can carry a certain level of fear with it. That's part of the growth. Do you remember the last new job or career that you started? I'm certain that there was some fear surrounding it as you wondered, what if I screw up? What if they think I'm stupid? But you got through it because the potential upside was so great that you were able to deal with the fearful aspects to get the reward at the other end. Or what about that daring new skill that you tried? Maybe it was paragliding or cliff diving or just riding a bike for the first time. Wasn't that a little bit scary? Of course it was, but the excitement and the adventure of conquering something new made it all worth doing. What we don't take the time to do is understand the fear so that we can then develop the tools to deal with it. To understand the fear, you need to look at the different things that cause fear and what you're telling yourself. When you really sit back and look at it, you will likely realize that most fears are way less scary than what we've conjured up in our minds. I'm going to talk about the 4 types of fears that most often stop people from doing that next dream or taking the next step that could change their lives. Number 1 is the fear of ruin. We hear this all the time. You've said it, I've said it. If I don't get this contract, it's going to ruin my life forever. Or if I do this and make a fool of myself, I'll ruin my reputation or ruin this relationship. This is crazy. Those things may happen, but they're not life-changing. They are one-time events that we move on from. By pushing through these fears, we learn how to deal with it and process it. This allows us to grow and to deal with the next challenge differently so that you don't focus on what you have allowed to be a huge disaster in your own little mind. Number 2 is the fear of rejection. She won't love me. They will laugh at me. They will think I'm stupid. Yep, they will. That's okay. You don't need their permission to grow and succeed. It is not the world's job to be your cheerleader. We've all been rejected, but eventually it won't matter. We move on, we look back, and it has no effect on what you do today. I've been rejected more times than I care to count. And yeah, it hurts. And did it make me want to pull back and give up? Damn right it did. And I'm not going to say that I never did. But having been down that path and realizing that it didn't get me anywhere, I can now say, I don't pull back anymore. It's our choice to form our lives, and some people get it and some won't. That's okay. Once you get that, you will start to live the life that you envision and that you want. Then you'll understand. The 3rd type of fear is regret. Man, if I do this, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. Or if I don't do this, I will always regret this decision. Really? Always? That's like forever. And you need to realize that none of us can predict forever. You may end up regretting the decision for a short time, but just maybe it ends up being the best decision you ever made, and it takes you to the next level, or it finds the love of your life. And if you hadn't taken that step, you'd be stuck, never moving forward. Yep, I said never. You hear people say they're in a rut. That's because they're so afraid of making the wrong choices or decisions that they don't make any of them and they go nowhere. Or worse yet, they go backwards. We must have regrets to learn, and then we change our behaviors and learn from what brought us the regret, so that maybe next time we make better decisions. Maybe you hurt someone's feelings by saying something you did not mean to come across as it did, and you regret it. We've all done it, and then looked back and said, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I said that. I can't believe it came out that way. So then apologize, make it right, and the regret has been absolved. Own it and move forward. The last one is responsibility. I won't be able to handle this, or I won't be able to do it well. And so they throw up their hands, they say, can't do it. But our dreams take struggle and work, and with that comes responsibility. If you want to be where you are today in 10 years, then okay. But I know that you are better than that, and you want more for yourself and for those around you. I know you have seen it or experienced it when that new job comes up that you're unsure of, because it's a huge increase in responsibility, and you question yourself. But the key is, do you move forward or back down to remain in the area of comfort, but not forward movement? The simple fact is that if you want to do more, be more, and lead others, you have to take on the challenges and the responsibilities that come with that. You are good enough today to try. You just need more times at bat, more experience, more tools or people. You are not going to have it perfect, but step off the ledge and try, and you'll figure it out. Will you screw up? Guaranteed you will. We all do. But next time it'll be better. And then the next time it'll be even better than that. What you will learn is that the next time it's that much easier, and you will be looking for the next level. I hope that this has made you think a bit about what you really want to do, and maybe have not done because you were scared. Don't let fear kill the dream. You are so good and so amazing, the world deserves to see what you've got. In the next few weeks, we're going to do a deep dive into these different types of fears and what we can do to face them head on and use them to help us become better rather than have them hold us back. So please share this post, hit like or comment below, and until next time, remember, the choice is always yours to focus forward.
Let's be revolutionary. Yeah, we could be